That is the latest from the 69 News Traffic Center. Now let's send things over to Eve.
And thank you. Well, it's a whole new world for financing your business. So are you aware of the latest sources of capital that your biz hasn't seen before? Small business owner and columnist Gene Marks joins me now to show us the money. Gene?
Showing you the money.
Talk to us. All business owners are listening with intent here. So, you know, I know that the same ways of financing your business still exist, of course. But there are a lot of new options popping up. What's going on?
Yeah, you know, it's Eve, like you and I have known each other for so long. We've been through like the recession and then the post-recession. It's always been really tough raising money for small businesses. So bank loans are on the rise, which is good news. But honestly, there are a bunch of new alternatives for raising money if you're a small business. And by the way, when I say small, I mean working out of your home, or if you're a merchant or a store owner, there are just a lot of great alternatives now where you can get money outside of your bank.
Great. And I know you wrote about this recently, and we're going to highlight a few of the new ways that you just mentioned. The first one, Gene, is private company loans. How do these work exactly?
Well, perfect example, just a couple weeks ago, like Staples announced that they just reached over $1 million in giving out loans to small businesses, right? Sam's Club gives out loans to small businesses as well. You go on their websites, you can find out more about it. PayPal and Square, I mean, those are like firms that provide for merchants like cash payments and all that. You can actually borrow against the cash that you're like receiving from your customers as well, getting cash advances from those services. So these private companies now are offering money. If you're a merchant, you're a small business owner, and you're looking for money and having problems getting it from the bank, talk to Staples, talk to Sam's Club, PayPal, Square. These are private companies that are offering that to their customers.
Okay, great. Another option, Gene, crowdfunding, and I know there's some new rules here, right?
Yeah, there are. I mean, there used to be, back in 2012, the Jobs Act was passed, and that started with crowdfunding. Crowdfunding, just, I don't want to insult your intelligence, but that's where you can raise a bunch of money from complete strangers to put on a play or write a book.
News anchors do it.
Yeah, news anchors can do it. There was a guy last year who raised like $55,000 to make potato salad.
Yeah, I was reading about that.
Crowdfunded money. Well, now the SEC has relaxed the rules for business owners. So even if you're a small business owner, you can raise up to $50 million from both accredited and non-accredited investors. You don't need owners and audit requirements and all of that. So now we're going to be seeing a lot more sites pop out where myself and a lot of my clients can go to these sites and say, look, I want to buy a building, I want to buy a piece of equipment, I want to start a new business, and I'd like to give away 20% of equity in that. Crowdfunding money can provide that kind of stuff.
Wow, so interesting. And something else I was surprised to read about in your article was the whole concept of winning money, which is becoming very popular, right?
It is. So there are a lot of large companies that are providing sort of contests and availability for small business owners to do stuff. So, Capital One Bank is running a contest right now where they're actually funding their local customers to pay for their commercials on TV. Intuit Corporation, they make QuickBooks. They're running a contest right now where the winner gets a Super Bowl ad, which is, from what I understand, kind of like a lot of money, right? Chase Bank. I'm mentioning all these companies because Chase is another example. They have a Mission Main Street program where they're giving away hundreds of thousands of dollars to individuals to help their funding. Sam Adams Brewery is doing similar stuff. Why are these big companies doing it? Like, they're not so kind, so don't think it's like all out of their large
generosity.
It is great PR for them, right? They get to advertise themselves. They get to fund entrepreneurism and say how much small business cares in America. And if you're a small business owner, who cares, man? The cash is still green. Go and get that money from those companies and use it to fund your business. Lots of great reward programs out there, and grants, gifts, that kinds of stuff.
Yeah, and the last thing you talk about in the article is borrowing money online. A lot of companies making it very easy to just a few clicks borrowing money.
Where you can get that money, and it's more so than a bank for like smaller amounts, $5,000, $10,000, $25,000. There were some companies, Can Capital is one of them, fantastic. Kabbage is another one. Lendio, Prosper. These are online financing sources where a small business owner can go and, just like you said, in a few clicks, raise some money and get financing. Interest rates are a little bit higher, so you have to be very, very careful about that. But fantastic source of capital that banks,
business owners, a lot of great options. We'll put a link to your article on our website so folks can find out more. WFMZ.com, and you can go to Gene's website to learn more about all the fun things he's up to. GeneMarks.com. Thank you, Gene, and stay with us. We'll be right back after this.
Univest Bank and Trust brings you the Univest quote of the day.
Success often comes to those who dare and act.